The moment Lena decided to tell the truth, she didn't know she was standing at the edge of a life-altering storm, one that would test her courage, strip her pride, and expose a billionaire's darkest secret. Lena Harper had worked as a waitress for 6 years, long enough to recognize the difference between hunger and greed, between kindness and performance. At 27, she carried herself with quiet resilience, her brown hair tied neatly behind her head, her uniform always pressed despite the long hours. The restaurant, a high-end place overlooking the city skyline, wasn't just her job, it was her survival. That night, the restaurant buzzed louder than usual. Word had spread that Victor Langford, one of the city's most powerful billionaires, was dining there. He arrived with his girlfriend, Miranda Cole, a fashion influencer known for her flawless smile and public declarations of loyalty to Victor. Cameras had followed them everywhere. Online, they were the perfect couple. They were seated at the table by the window. Lena served them with professional calm, but something felt wrong. Miranda barely touched her food, her attention drifting constantly toward her phone. Victor, however, seemed distracted too, glancing repeatedly toward the bar. That's when Lena saw her. A woman in a red dress approached Victor while Miranda was away in the restroom. The woman leaned in, whispering something that made Victor smile in a way Lena had never seen before, soft, intimate, unguarded. His hand brushed the woman's waist. Not accidentally, Lena froze. She told herself it wasn't her business. Rich people lived differently. Truth wasn't something people like her were meant to interfere with. But then she saw Miranda return, smiling, unaware, placing her hand on Victor's arm like she trusted him completely. The woman in red slipped Victor a room key. Lena's chest tightened. Later, when Miranda stopped Lena near the restroom and asked softly, almost vulnerably, "You've been serving us all night, you'd know. Is he acting strange?" That was the moment Lena could have lied. It would have been easier. Safer, but something inside her, years of swallowing silence, watching injustice pass by, broke free. "Yes," Lena said quietly. "He's cheating on you." Miranda's smile collapsed. Within minutes, chaos erupted. Victor denied everything. Miranda confronted him publicly. Phones came out. The manager rushed over. Victor's voice dropped, cold and sharp, demanding to know who this nobody waitress thought she was. By the end of the night, Miranda left in tears, and Lena, she was fired. No apology. No explanation. Just a warning that she should know her place. She went home that night with aching feet, an empty fridge, and a heavy heart, wondering if honesty was worth the cost. She cried herself to sleep believing she had ruined her life. The envelope was jet black, heavier than it looked. Inside was a sleek black card, unlike anything Lena had ever seen. No bank logo. No limit displayed, just her name. Her hands shook. At first, she thought it was a prank. But when she tested the card at a small grocery store, the transaction went through instantly. No delay. No decline. Confused and terrified, Lena checked her phone. One message, unknown number, "You told the truth when it cost you everything. This is your second chance." Later that day, Lena was summoned to a private office tower downtown. Waiting inside was not Victor Langford, but Miranda. She looked different. No makeup. No cameras. Just a woman who had been betrayed. "I fired him," Miranda said calmly. "Not from his empire, but from my life. And I found out what he did to you." Miranda explained that the black card was hers, not as a bribe, but as an opportunity. She wanted Lena to help her build something new, a foundation that supported workers who lost their jobs for doing the right thing. People who spoke truth and paid the price. Lena hesitated. She didn't want charity. "I'm not buying your silence," Miranda said, reading her fear. "I'm investing in your courage." Over the following months, Lena became more than a waitress who told the truth. She became a voice. She helped design programs, spoke publicly about integrity, and inspired thousands who believed honesty was weakness. Victor's empire didn't collapse overnight, but his reputation did, and Lena, she never used the card for luxury. She used it to rebuild dignity. Years later, when asked what changed her life, Lena would smile and say, "I didn't expose a billionaire. I exposed a lie. And the truth rewarded me in ways money never could." Final message, for viewers: sometimes doing the right thing costs everything you have, but sometimes, it gives you everything you were meant to become. If this story moved you, stay till the end, because truth always finds its way back.